Yeah, I'll see you Monday. Stay fresh. We have a lot of fun here at Video Fever. But did you know that 1 in 5 Americans are actually concerned about video games? If your kids are into the Nintendo, sometimes it can seem like they're speaking a whole other language. We've heard you loud and clear. We put together this handy guide to the most common video game terms to help you better understand this new fad. Pay attention, you might just learn something.
As you may already know, video games come from a store called Electronics Boutique on gray plastic cassettes called Sega Tapes. Sometimes, Sega Tapes even come on CDs, just like your Phil Collins records.
Sometimes, video games players will refer to the console war. But what is a console war? The console war was a cartoon war fought in the 1990s between the Super Mario and his bitter rival and chief competition, Bubsy the Bobcat. The battle was devastating.
In Japan, the Nintendo is known as the Family Computer, often shortened to Famicom. In the US, it's called the Entertainment System, shortened to Entersys, or as it's more commonly known, Genesis.
Mega Man is an extraordinary man.
Video games as we know them today were originally invented in the mid-1700s by John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, when he ordered a piece of salt beef between 2 slices of toasted bread so he could eat his supper with one hand so as to not interrupt his card game.
What's the difference between 8 bits and 16 bits? Well, each 8 bits is equal to 1 teraflop. These extra teraflops add additional video to your game. And more games mean more bits, spiraling outward and outward into infinity.
But just how do game consoles work? Well, it's not magic. As you can see, card merges with cartridge on its way to power on, and power on intercepts Control 1 and Control 2 on its way to TV system.
The 2 types of video games are console games and PC games. Console games are played on your TV, while PC games, or portable console games, are played on the go with portable consoles such as the Sega Nomad and Atari Jaguar.
Have your kids been asking about Panasonic Rio, Sanyo Tri, or Gold Star Alive? They're not alone. These are all variations of a console known as Interactive Multiplayer from a company called 3DO. However, all of these 3DO systems have since been discontinued in favor of their successor, the 3DS.
Why can't Metroid crawl? Well, as you can see, the bulky lower portion of Metroid's armor makes crawling prohibitively difficult. As a more practical alternative, Metroid is able to assume the form of a morphing ball to explore the tight spaces of Planet Zubat.
Maybe you've heard your kids talking about going to the arcade and dropping a quarter, or slamming a George. This is a video games rental program where a child exchanges 1 quarter for a brief, glorious moment of video games play. This practice is known as microtransactions.
Bump mapping is not what you think it is.
Cut!
Ah!